pilot, call CruiseWorks at 800-876-6664. 800-876-6664. Give them a call and sign yourself up for the time of your life. A week of summer fun featuring a murder mystery just for you. That's CruiseWorks at 800-876-6664.
Hey, welcome back to the PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. That is Michael Reagan. So, Michael Reagan, let's talk a little bit here now. We got these Republican primaries going on, and it seemed like exciting, and there were like all these debates going, and now all of a sudden, what's happening?
Well, there's another debate next week, a week before Phoenix.
So there's going to be another debate.
Mm-hmm.
And so
another debate. But, it's now the deal is it's really the one who has the most passion, has the best story.
Right.
Ends up kind of winning the debate. You saw that with Newt Gingrich a few debates ago, and then you saw it with Rick Santorum and what have you. Because by now, there have been so many debates that if you and I stood up and they asked us questions, we could answer them.
And we might have a story.
I could be Mitt Romney. I could be Newt. I could be Rick Santorum. Certainly, we could all be Ron Paul.
Yeah, well,
we all know the answers by now. So where
but
are we going to go?
Have they really said what they're going to do? I mean, Romney lacks to me the charge to just go out there.
He has no passion.
Yeah,
Romney has no passion. I'm going to get in trouble for saying this. Have you ever been to Utah?
Yes.
That's not abnormal to have no passion. I mean, they have a lot of kids. There's passion in the bedroom.
It's kind of like quiet.
But there's no passion anyplace else.
Right, exactly.
And they just don't do that. For whatever reason, Mormons do not exude passion in that way. Maybe they do in temple. I don't know. But it's not abnormal for them to be like they are. And so what you have is you have Mitt Romney, who doesn't seem passionate about anything he talks about. He doesn't have a good story to tell either, like Rick Santorum has a great story to tell. And Mitt Romney doesn't relate to the guy who takes water from the water cooler. He just can't get there. He doesn't know how to get there.
And it's tough. And they say he was the front runner for a long time, and now I think that's why Santorum comes in.
He was a front runner because he's been running for president since birth. My God. So, yeah, but he has no base. There's no base of support.
You've got to get the base of support
for Mitt Romney.
Yes.
Where Santorum's got conservatives, the evangelicals, Newt's got his conservatives, Ron Paul's got his base, but Mitt doesn't have a base at all. And if the base, any base that's there goes elsewhere, he's in trouble, as you saw a week ago when he lost 3 primaries. If he loses Arizona, he won't lose Arizona, but if he loses Michigan to Rick Santorum, I mean, bar the door Sally.
Yeah, because Michigan is where his father was governor. And
George Romney.
Yeah, and George Romney ran for president many years ago as well. Yeah, so it's going to be kind of. You were on a bus, weren't you? You were on the Newt Gingrich bus. What was that like? Was there like?
That was kind of neat. I'll be on the bus with him and Callista and Jackie Cushman, his daughter, and Kathy, and so on, and great. And going around.
They play cards when you're driving along or something. What do they do there? Do they talk?
Oh, they talk. I mean, talking about the next stop and kind of what do we want to do next and so on. So that's kind of what it's all about. Really on the bus getting the next stop, kind of get an update on who's going to be there, who you need to talk to, who you need to introduce, those kinds of things that go on, on a bus. And that's nice to be able to be on a bus. But if you're not on TV, you're not anywhere. I mean, You got to be on TV.
You got to be on TV.
And that's where Mitt Romney's got, more money than God
to be on.
And he's
TV.
all over television.
That's his base.
His base is television ads. But his base is basically his super PAC that just is annihilating the field with dollars.
Exactly. In the meantime, the current president, Barack Obama, is they say he's going to be the first one to raise $1 trillion. Now, here's a guy who's saying that we should tax the rich.
That's where our debt went to his pocketbook?
Exactly. And I'm thinking, well, if you're going to be saying that, why are you raising $1 trillion? Be the first to raise $1 trillion for a campaign fund.
Do people remember campaign finance reform?
Yes.
So how's that worked out? I mean, really, how does that work out? And how has it worked out? Campaign finance reform, everybody was led to believe, We're not going to spend as much money. It's going to allow the little guy into the race.
Yeah.
Where's the little guy?
Where's the little guy? They're raising millions. Guy's going to get $1 billion, and you sit there and you go like, "Where's this reform?" So then, how can I run? How could the everyday guy run? You can't.
I mean,
that's bottom line.
I mean, you got Ron Paul. I mean, Ron Paul's not going to be elected president of the United States of America. He's 76 years old, but he's got his base of support out there. Santorum's running on a nickel. You've got, Newt Gingrich running on a dime. But you got Mitt Romney still with a whole hell of a lot of money. But we've gotten smart in the past where money hasn't really bought elections, but it makes people fearful of jumping in.
Yeah, exactly. It does make them fearful, and that's why you get kind of the similar candidates. All right. So, and you were speaking, you said, at Pepperdine.
Pepperdine University last night.
What was your speech about?
I was listening. I've taken the new Reagan Revolution, just came out in paperback a couple of weeks ago. And what we're doing is some interns out there. We're working on the book and turning it into about 3 or 4 different PowerPoint presentations.
Wow.
Last night I did one on freedom, how you attained freedom, how Ronald Reagan was able to do it, where he started, where he ended. I'm also taking Twice Adopted, my personal story, turning that into another 3 or 4 different PowerPoint presentations.
Wow. So it's kind of a multimedia
Yeah,
kind
we'll
of
have
thing.
one on Reaganomics.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't understand that John F. Kennedy, even though he was dead, actually agreed with Reaganomics.
He did. He was a conservative Democrat.
Yeah, absolutely right. And as I said to the kids at Pepperdine last night, in today's day and age, John F. Kennedy would not be nominated by the Democrats, and Ronald Reagan wouldn't be nominated by the Republicans, because John Kennedy would be seen as too conservative, Ronald Reagan would be seen as too liberal.
Is that amazing? That's pretty good.
I mean, that's where we've come in
Yeah.
in society we live in today.
Things are crazy.
Yeah.
Now, if you can get on the X Factor, you could win an election possibly.
And maybe do a commercial during the Super Bowl
You could do it that way.
If you win it.
Now, the X Factor,
Do you watch, Astro?
Yes.
Astro was had a starring role on Person of Interest.
Person of Interest, yes.
Person of
Astro
Interest, and
was
did a
pretty
great
good.
job.
2 weeks ago, and did
I
very
liked
good.
it better there than I did on TV.
On TV,
yeah, because he used the attitude he has on that show. Did a great job.
You watched that Person of Interest. Astro was on. Did you see it, Tomas? It was good. You got to watch that. It was
No, I didn't.
Not this week's episode. It was last week's episode. This week was good too. That's the #1 new series now. Is Person
Great
of
show.
Interest. You and I like that
Jim
show.
Caviezel's good.
Yes.
I like him when he's not hanging on a cross.
Yeah, he did play that role, didn't he? He was hanging on the cross. I forgot. That's where I saw him. Jim Caviezel is very good, and so is the other guy. What's his
Mike?
name? No, Ben. What is his name from Lost? Oh, the co-star in Person of Interest.
Yeah, but you're talking about the other show with Alcatraz.
Yeah, Alcatraz is good too. That's Jorge Garcia's in that one. Yeah, I couldn't remember Jorge's name the other day. Now I can't
watch this
remember Michael, whatever his name is. It is Michael, and he's on in Person of Interest.
Michael, yeah.
Michael Emerson.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I got that to myself.
I'm sorry, I said Mike.
Yeah, they're all the good people are named Mike or Michael. All right, take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about Simon Cowell. We got some entertainment news for you and a lot more. Michael Reagan, Michael Horn. It's the PM Show Weekend Edition.